Ladies and gentlemen, first play Spyro Year of the Dragon Part 3. We are here we're entering the next section of Spring Sunrise, I believe is what this place is called.
I see an egg at the bottom of this lake. I would go get it, but I don't want to get my fur all wet. Maybe you could get it. You can dive underwater by pressing the square button when you're on the surface, and charge underwater by holding down the square button.
Alright, so we already know how to swim from Spyro 2, but all you have to do to dive underwater is just tap the square button, and you can slowly swim by pushing the X button, or you can charge by swim a lot faster by pushing the excuse me, by pushing the square button. Again, we can't. The only thing you can do is just blow bubbles out of your mouth. You can't actually use any type of breath while underwater. Again, just like with Spyro 2. And that's not all the treasure, but I'm sure there's quite a bit underwater. Or leading into this castle here. And also back here as well. So since all of this is right here, you know, kind of behind the level, I want to go ahead, or that next portal, I want to go ahead and clear it out really quickly. That is a speedway. The speedways do return again from Spyro 2, or I guess from Spyro 1 as well, but they return again in this game, and I'll do that one later. I'm not going to do it right now. I want to I guess I'll go ahead and get the rest of this treasure, and I'll read this sign over Spyro. I've got a special task for Sparx. Meet me back here later. So this special task for Sparx is something that I'll talk about later. How we actually get it is by beating the boss for this particular level, or for this world. We kill the boss, and then we can fight then we can do that task. You can see here all of the people that we've helped from the different worlds, and they will come down and you can talk to them.
If you can bring back one person from each of our 5 worlds, we can help you use the balloon.
Alright, so we only have one more person. I'm not gonna waste time talking to everyone right now, but I'm actually surprised there's still treasure left. Let me see how much there is. Ooh, 2 pieces. That stinks. But yeah, this portal over here, you can kind of see this creature over here, and we need 14 eggs. I believe that's enough.
Yay! My portal is working! I'll see you at the beach!
Alright, so Seashell Shore is one of the 3 levels that you could play during the demo of Spyro 3. This again, you know, I've played this one. You could play it the entire way through, just like all the other levels. Well, I guess except for Sunny Vista. That's the only one that you could only play the skate park portion in. But
While I was gone, my friends borrowed the Rhinox submarine, and then they took it for a joyride, and then they smashed it into a big pile of rocks. Oddly enough, the Rhinox failed to see the humor in the story and stuffed my friends in the jail behind you.
alright, so that's our task. You have to free the seals from the jail there, and you notice the different types of enemies. Octopuses and the Rhinox with the spear guns that will shoot at you if you do not kill them fast enough, or try to hit them from the top. And you can see the submarine crashed into the rocks there. Now this is like Aquaria Towers, except not. There is actually a lot of dry land here, unlike with Aquaria Towers from Spyro 2, where there was only small portions of dry land, and usually that was at the start. There is dry land here that will be there throughout the entire throughout the entire game, or I'm sorry, throughout the entire level, and so it's not quite as bad as Aquaria Towers, you know, but there's a lot of underwater sections. So if you don't like the underwater portion or levels or even portions for this game, then you will have trouble with this particular level. But it's not nearly as bad as Aquaria Towers. You can see here we are already going to go into one of the dry sections. There's quite a bit of dry section here.
If you want a quick summary of your progress in a world, you can press the select button to open the atlas page for the world you are in.
Alright, so now you can see the Rhinox here are hiding in these shells, and what you have to do is you have to charge into them to get rid of them, or I guess to kill them. And you can see Rhinox with barrels again. You know, more of the barrel throwing enemies that we've seen before. Now these Rhinox underwater with the spear guns will run from you at first. Well, most of them will run at you. Some of them that are already in position won't run from you, so you don't have to worry about those too much. But you have to you just have to be ready for that. You know, it's very hard to hit the octopuses and the spear gun Rhinox while underwater. So if you were going to line up, or if you're going to try to line up the shots as best you could, you can't do that very easily in this. You know, with these enemies here, unlike some of the other enemies from other water levels like this. You know, so this up here is just a dead end, but it has treasure on it, so you will definitely want to just go ahead and get all the treasure here. Make sure you get all, you know, clear out all the corners and all that, just so you don't end up missing anything. And you can flame these little Rhinox with the shovels. They thankfully can't use the shovels as shields. And it actually looked like I was able to flame a metal vase. I'll have to do that again to see, but it definitely looked like I could. And you want to go ahead and knock out this Rhinox, this barrel throwing Rhinox, just so that you can maneuver through here without having to worry about getting hit by the barrels. And you want to climb up here really quickly and head back here. Now this is going to be a very hard jump, and you're going to need the hover to be able to use it. And it's you almost have to glitch it to get it up here. And so what you want to do? Oh.
You can hover to get more distance when gliding. Just press the triangle button at the end of your glide.
Alright, well, we already know that, but that's just to help you get over to there. But for here, it's very difficult to get to, and I've always had trouble getting up here. Let me see. Oh, okay, well, that's not quite as difficult as I thought it would be, but there's some treasure up here, and I guess that's about it. But you can see the room that it leads you back into that. I guess I can jump down here really quickly. Just the room that leads you down to this section. And I'll go ahead and I want to run back up so I can go up to that upper section, because there's a portal up there that I want to go through, and there's some treasure up there that I want to get as well. But you can see the hover. You know, you have to use the hover ability there to get in there. Yeah. So here's a. I guess you can. Well, I guess it counts if you're killing enemies with metal. While a metal vase is nearby. But you can see here's another shield of the kangaroo area.
Oh, hi, Spyro. Some of my seal friends are trying to take down a Rhinox fortress. I'm about to go and lend a foot.
again, you could play this level as well, completely without any trouble during the demo of this game. You didn't have to worry about the potentially not having Sheila. Alright, so you can see this turret here is going to be something that you will have to fight later on, and I want to show off her swimming really quickly. She can't dive underwater, but this is how she swims. There's no reason for you to be in the water, so you don't have to worry about that. And now you want to be careful because you can break these sand blocks by kicking them. Let me see, there's... Oh, okay, I guess it's over here. Well, I guess I don't need that one then. But yeah, you want to... I guess you really don't need the sand block, so don't worry about it. Just remember that you can kick them if you need to. Oh, that's an odd camera angle. I don't know why it didn't zoom in. Like it's supposed to. Maybe it's a problem with the digital version of this game. Excuse me. Alright, I want to be very careful. Frame drops again.
Hi, Sheila. The Rhinox have built a fortress on our beach, and we're gonna blow it to smithereens. We just need you to take out all the turrets for us. We're lighting the bomb now. Just make sure to stop all those turrets before the fuse runs out, okay?
Alright, so this is a timed thing. As you can see, you have about a minute. I believe it was a minute. What was it? 30 to knock out all of these turrets. You can do the stomp through these sand blocks, so you don't have to worry about knocking those out. The only thing you have to worry about is just knocking out the Rhinox that are on around them. And you don't even need to really be you don't even really need to be on top of the turrets to hit them. You can kind of hit them by being right beside them, and you don't need to worry about the Rhinox or the gems. You can run around on this beach after you're done. You want to focus on just taking out the turrets first, and not worrying about anything else. You can still see the treasure littered around there. The Rhinox should die, so that you should get the treasure out of them. Out of them, so you shouldn't have to worry about that. But yeah, as long as you don't worry about the treasure from the turrets, you should be okay.
Wow! I can't believe I survived that blast! It's a good thing I kept this egg nice and safe in my pocket.
But yeah, you can just see the treasure littered around there. I did beat it with quite a bit of time to spare, but I have practiced it a lot, and I've also had a lot of trouble with this particular level before, so you may still want to just ignore the treasure until you're done. We don't need to talk to those. So we got all the treasure and everything through there. I guess the Rhinox. If you notice, I was breaking what looked like buildings. Those are kind of like the little houses or huts from Sheila's Alp, where they would just continuously spawn Rhinox unless you take those out. So the Rhinox, I guess, because they are infinitely spawning, won't give you any treasure out of them. The enemies that will continuously spawn don't usually give you treasure. And you can see the Rhinox are already starting to scatter. The octopuses are scattering. Like I said, usually once the enemies get into place, they're a little bit easier to hit, but not all the time. And the way the fodder moves around, if you need life, you may want to be careful with that. And we'll save him in a moment. I want to run around here and get all the treasure in this room really quickly. There's quite a bit, and you can miss a lot of it, because there's this hidden section back here that's got some treasure. You've got all this treasure on the floor and on the upper sections as well that you have to clear out. I guess there's not too much on these areas. guess that's supposed to be like shell or coral sticking out of the wall. I just want to make sure you look around for any enemies that could be hidden. Yeah, like I said, there's sections, you know, hidden all around where you have to look around for stuff like this. And we'll make sure that I've gotten everything, all the treasure around here, and then I'll go and free these seals, and then we'll head up top and do that.
My plan worked! That dumb octopus dropped the jail key while he was shaking me. Now I can free my friends! Oh, I forgot to tell you. One of the Rhinox had this egg in his lunchbox.
Alright, so if you needed to get back into the first section, you can through here, and there's some treasure through here, so that's you have to go through this section anyway. But yeah, now you're back in the first area, and if you missed anything through there, you can get back to there very easily. But now that I've done that, I want to... I guess I'll get this over with. This is a pain to do. But I guess it's just best to go ahead and get it over with.
We had a dragon egg for you, but we used it to test our ultra-high-speed superfluidity tunnel. The good news is that it made it to the end of the tunnel without a scratch. The bad news is that there's no way to get it back out now. The tunnel is chock full of Rhinox and floating mines. The only way to retrieve that egg is to defeat every single Rhinox in the tunnel.
Alright, so this is a pain to do because the controls for it stink, and it's like Spyro 2 supercharge, and you can't hit any mines. You can't hit you have to make sure that you hit every single Rhinox. You can't let any of them pass. There's a bunch of mines. The Rhinox will come up without you realizing it. The mines are a problem.
This egg has surprisingly good fluid dynamic characteristics. From now on, all of our submarines will be egg-shaped.
But thankfully I only messed up twice, so I practiced a lot through that level because it is so through that section, just because it is so difficult. There is no treasure in the tunnel, and I guess there's no treasure out here, so it's just an egg through there. So I guess the rest of the treasure is up here through this section. This is also a pain to deal with as well. This next challenge. Alright, so now you get all the treasure up here, and then you can go through here, and then do this.
Pluto the Rhinox has challenged us to a naval battle. Our speedboat versus his nuclear shark submarine. If we win, we get the dragon egg he's guarding. If we lose, we have to spend a month in KP. What do you say? Do you want to take on Pluto? Okay, good luck. Just remember, stay away from the sharp end.
Alright, so you press the square button to speed up. I'm sorry, the X button to speed up, press the circle button to fire a missile. Pick up crates to get more missiles. So I'll point that out once I get to it. And you can see there's treasure and different things that we will get later on. After we beat Pluto, and you can see what he does. And if he picks up a missile, what he will do is... I'm out of Sparx. What he will do is, if he runs out of... Or if he picks up a missile, he will shoot a torpedo at you. and you want to be careful. And but I didn't get any. I didn't get that missile. All right, I think I should be able to run from this. You want to stay on the move until you can get missiles. You can see his health bar at the bottom left of the screen. Just stay on the move. You know, shoot at him from a distance. Now you want to be careful because you can see the boat controls are not the best in the world. Oh crap! Are not the best in the world. You can actually just sit here and just keep spinning in a circle. If you're not careful. He's almost gone, but I don't have any sparks. And now he can actually heal himself, and that's when you want to try to hit him as much as possible. And you can actually sit here and, you know, turn and try to hit him as fast as you can. You can only hold 10 missiles at one time, but that's all you got to do.
Wow, that's the first time Pluto was ever lost. You got a lot of talent for someone so purple. I hope this egg was worth all the trouble.
Excuse me. Yeah. So it's not that difficult as long as you remember to stay away from the, you know, just keep on the move. You kind of, again, a lot of practice because of the demo, but you kind of learn a pattern with what you can do. You know, you see him whenever he's chomping, you want to stay on the move and stay as far away from him. But then once he gets closer to you, or you know, once he stops for any reason, that's when you just you try to aim in his direction as best as possible, and then you just keep shooting at him over and over again until he starts to either shoot missiles at you or starts chasing after you. And then you just, you know, you just keep repeating that over and over again. It's not too difficult once you get the hang of it, but you know, you have to get the hang of it and have to practice it quite a bit to actually get used to it. But anyway, so this should be the last gym, I hope. Yep, good. That's always nice to know, and so we can just hit exit area. And then exit level, and I'll just get some more Sparx when I'm out here in Sunrise Spring. Yeah, Sunrise Spring. I'm not that.
Let's head on over to the balloon.
No, let's not. Oh dear.
The balloon's all ready, sir. Just jump on.
I hope. I was gonna say. Hopefully, it wasn't going to do automatically make me do that, because I want to do the speedway, and then I also want to you know, finish Sunrise Spring, and I also want to get the speedway, and I also want to get the speedway, finish the level, and then I will fight the boss. But there's no telling where the last gym could be. To be honest, I mean, it could be anywhere. I don't think it's in the water. I've already checked there. I don't think it's in that cave where I got the egg that I followed Hunter in at first. It could be. So this water isn't deep enough for it to be there, and they usually don't hide gyms in deep and shallow water. It's not here at the start. I think I checked this at the start anyway, as soon as I started the level. I guess there really ain't no telling where it could be. Aha, there we go. That's why I say you want to check around everything. Excuse me. So now I will go to the speedway and finish the speedway, and then we'll go fight the boss, since I've already done since I've completed this level. I'm not sure. You may actually have to dive out of the water like that to be able to get to that. You know, to get up to this section. Just 2 pieces of treasure. Alright, so I don't remember the speedways for this. Alright, which challenge would you like to play? Time attack or race the butterflies? We'll do time attack first. Try completing each challenge in order. Start with the rings, then get all the dandelions, the spiders, and save the butterflies for last. It's not the fastest way, but it is the easiest. So they actually start pointing out the easy and fast ways, or the easy ways to do this, and then they kind of get there. They kind of say, well, it's up to you to do the you know, if you want to find a faster way, that's up to you to find a faster way to do it. Which, you know, it doesn't really. That doesn't really bother me. I'm glad that they actually will give you the fastest or the easiest way now, instead of just, you know, having you do it all by yourself. It makes it a lot easier to do the speedways and not such a pain and something that you kind of dread doing. And you can see, oh crap, you can see you don't gain time for these things anymore. You have a set time that you have to take everything out in. That's why you're kind of supposed to find a fast route and an easy, you can either take the easy route or the fast route. If I hadn't messed up with that spider, I might have made it. Oh, really? I wonder how many spiders I had left. Just that one, really? Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Like I said, if I hadn't screwed around with that one spider, I would have got it. That's a shame. That really is a shame. If I had been a little bit faster to flame, I could have got that butterfly as well. Well, I know which way the spider will probably be swinging now, so I can easily get to him and not miss him this time. Yeah, so. And you can see I'm a lot faster than the butterfly, so it doesn't really matter which way you fly, or which direction you fly. I would definitely say, because you're so much faster than them, I would suggest fly with them instead of against them. And if you notice here, you don't actually have to get everything to get all the, there's not a all-in-one bonus. You can just pick and choose, which helps out a lot. The insects were so impressed with your flying skills, they awarded you this egg. So, yes, that definitely helps. I could have just went straight for the butterflies, crashed, and then, well, no, I guess you need to get the egg. To get the egg, you need to have gotten everything. So I guess you actually you can't. But if you just wanted to get the gems, then you could do it like that. So we'll race the butterflies. Okay, you're going to race the butterflies. You have to fly through all of the green checkpoint rings in order. The red dots will lead the way. Fly through all green rings. Use the red dots to guide you. So, let me see. You can see the red dots here. You can also see the rings, but there's boosts that you can do and shortcuts you can take that the butterflies won't take. You can see the speed rings here, or I guess the stars that are speed stars. You've seen the butterflies hit some of them, but they won't hit every single one. There's also missiles. I'm not sure if there's missiles here in this one, but later on there will be missiles, and you can use those to your advantage as well to help slow down the people that you're racing. I don't think flaming works, so I don't believe you can use that to your advantage. But you can also, like I said, take shortcuts that the other creatures won't take. You just have to find them. That's the biggest thing. You know, that's the big thing. You have to find them, and like I said, they all won't hit all of these speed boosts like you can. But now you don't always want to hit the speed boosts. Of course, with this one, it's pretty simple and pretty easy. So all the speed boosts are in areas that will actually benefit you rather than hurt you. But there are some speedways that the stars will actually hurt you. They're actually slower to get to, and they don't do anything for you. So those, and I'll point those out when I get to them. Those you want to be careful for. As you can see, I guess the leading butterfly is taking a lot more of these speed boosts than I thought he would, but you can easily bypass him. Of course, you want to make sure that you don't run into anything or touch the ground, because if you touch the ground, you will go a lot slower. But you know, pretty simple, pretty easy. Not too difficult. Oh, wow, you won first prize. So that's another egg. So there's 2 eggs and then 400 pieces of treasure for the speedways. And then that's it. There shouldn't be anything else. Nope. So we'll just exit the level. Alright, we'll try again later. So you can see Sparx does talk in this game. I don't believe he talks in Spyro 2 at all, even though he was credited with a voice actor. In this game he does. So we've gotten everything here, and we've done got all this level's complete. So we'll just go ahead and
This balloon will take you to a land closer to the sorcerer's Spyro. You can also use it to come back here whenever you want to.
Alright, so we can hop into the hot air balloon now, and then we can go to Midday Garden. Or maybe that said Midday Gardens, I couldn't tell exactly. But now we are going to have to fight a boss fight in between this.
Listen carefully, you stupid girl. I'm only going to ask you one more time. Why haven't you disposed of that infernal dragon? I've tried to scare him off, Your Highness. But he's just not afraid of anything. Not afraid? Not afraid? Why have I been training you all these years? Use some magic! Here's a spell book. Whip up a monster and eliminate him. Kill him? I don't care what you do, you useless brat, as long as you get rid of him. This ought to do it. You, come here.
So that's the enemy we're going to be facing. And I believe I said last part that I was going to show the starting cutscene during the wrap-up video. I think I'm going to go ahead and do it sooner than that.
When I heard the sorceress was planning to ambush you, I got here as fast as I could. No worries, though. This wussy green toad will be no match for the two of us.
I will probably do that next video. Or I will start that next video. Okay, so let me see. I'm not exactly sure what we're supposed to do. Flaming him doesn't help. Charging him doesn't help. I think we're supposed to make him... maybe we're supposed to make him charge into the lava. Oh no, maybe we're supposed to charge him towards the lava, because you can see while the charging doesn't exactly do a whole lot, it does help a little bit. and you can actually dodge that if you try a little bit harder than that. So yeah, that's all you have to do, just charge him towards the lava. Pretty easy, pretty simple. The only thing, I'm not sure if there's actually any fodder that will appear like with other, like in other boss fights from other Spyro games. Well, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not seeing any fodder. See, I'm just getting ready so I can charge into him. I just have to be a little bit faster than that as soon as he... Yeah, I'm just not seeing any fodder, which is always a little disheartening. Just because it's, you know, it's just an added difficulty thing that really doesn't need to be there. This boss fight's still pretty difficult. Even though he is the first boss fight. And so you definitely want to start running as soon as, you know, as soon as he lands in the lava and Sheila jumps on his head. Just start running as soon as you can, and you want to be careful because he will start spitting fire at us. You can charge into him while he is, you know, after he's done spitting the fire, or I guess even sooner than that. So it's not as difficult as I thought it was. Yeah, so there you go. You know, it's just kind of if you can get lucky enough for him to be close to the lava so that you can charge him in one go. And that's all it is, really, just luck. I mean, there's nothing you can do to enhance it or make it any do anything to help you. And that was all done by the in-game. I guess the game did that by itself. I didn't actually move towards the hot air balloon. Excuse me. So this is where the next area is. So I'm going to wait to explore here until later. I'm going to go ahead and do the wrap-up video now. No, I'm not the wrap-up video. I'm going to go ahead and talk about the trivia for the levels I've done so far. I'll start with Sunrise Spring Homeworld, since I completed that level already. Or, you know, since I completed the homeworld, I'm going to go ahead and talk about that. Let's see. So we'll go to Sunrise Spring first. Sunrise Spring is the first homeworld on Spyro Year of the Dragon. Here is where the player is first given control right after Spyro and Hunter jump through the hole. The homeworld is a large spring, as the name suggests, where it is perpetually dawn. This is also the first place where Bianca is encountered. Sheila's freedom can be purchased for money bags. The homeworld serves primarily as a tutorial introducing gliding, diving, and power-ups. 400 pieces of treasure, 5 eggs, fodder is sheep as well as frogs. Enemies just buzz the boss. The background in this world appears to be very similar to Artisans, however the opposite side to the sun is quite dark. Alright, so we'll go to Seashell Shore next. Seashell Shore is also known as Shell Beach, is a realm located in Sunrise Spring and Spyro Year of the Dragon. Seals were taking the Rhinox submarine for a spin, but accidentally crashed it in revenge. The Rhinox arrested the seals and threw them in an underwater prison cell. 400 piece treasure, 6 eggs, fodder is chickens. Enemies: octopus, swimming Rhinox, sailor Rhinox, seashell Rhinox, and then Bluto the boss. skill points for Kill the Funky Chicken. I'm not sure which one that was, to be honest. In the original version, Seashell Shore music shares with Crystal Islands, while in the greatest hits version, Crystal Island has its own music. The background in this realm appears to be based on Sunny Beach. The seals in this realm are voiced by Pamela Hayden of The Simpsons fame. She also voices Bianca, Nancy, and the Weather Imps. Okay. We'll do Mushroom Speedway next. Mushroom Speedway is a speedway in Sunrise Spring. In the game, Spyro, you're the dragon. 400 pieces of treasure, three eggs. Okay. I guess she's supposed to look for. I guess she's supposed to look for Hunter, because there's supposed to be 3 eggs in there. In the normal version, Mushroom Speedway shares its theme with the other 3 speedways. In the greatest hits version, the speedway gets its own theme, as well as 2 of the others, with Harbor Speedway keeping the theme they have in the normal version. The level has the same background as Ocean Speedway. So we'll do the boss fight next. Buzz's Dungeon is a boss realm between Sunrise Springs and Midday Gardens. It is here that Spyro must battle Buzz, a Rhinoc transformed into a toad-like fiend by Bianca under the sorcerer's orders. However, Sheila will join you against this beast. One egg, enemy, Buzz, and no trivia for this boss fight, so excuse me. Let me see. I guess I can, let me see what my time is really quickly. About 42 minutes. I need to go back and figure out where Hunter is for the speedway, but also want to do. You can replay the boss fights if you want to, but I want to do Sparx' thing really quickly. Usually, after doing the trivia and everything, I usually wouldn't go back and do a level, but I had forgotten to do Sparx' thing until after I was already, talking about the trivia and everything. So I'll go ahead and do this really quickly.
Spyro, I found an egg, but only Sparx will be able to reach it. There's a small hole that leads to a crawdad farm. I can take him there if he's ready.
Okay. So, this is the first of 4 Sparx only levels you get to play as Sparx. I'm sure Zoe will tell us how we use Sparx.
Hello, Sparx. Maybe before you take on the nasty crawdads, I should give you some help. To start, let's practice shooting. Press the circle button to shoot these targets.
Okay. So you can move with the directional buttons or the control stick. You can strafe by holding the L1 or R1 buttons and then just moving around, which definitely helps. So we'll go through here.
You can also move quickly by charging, like Spyro. To charge, hold down the square button. Use your charge to chase down this fast enemy.
I guess we're just supposed to tip him over. Oh, I guess he's like the thieves. There you go.
Now for the hard part. Being a maneuverable dragonfly, you can also slide in any direction. To slide, hold down the L1 or R1
So you just get ready, and then you can. And now you can hold the circle button down to shoot it really fast like this. It actually, there is no way to shoot any faster than that. This is as fast as you shoot.
On your travels, you'll notice butterflies that give you health, just like in the dragon worlds. Not only that, but some butterflies will give you special powers, though only for a short time. Just eat any power-up butterfly, and then press the X button to use that power-up. Your power-up is shown in the top right of the screen.
Alright, so, see, that's not a health butterfly. Let me see. So you can see what that does. It does like a spray, like a line, but it will go left and right. And it is very, very useful for clearing a whole bunch of enemies. You want to wait until they are grouped a little bit closer, though. You know, you don't want to just waste it.
Looks like you're ready, Sparx. If you need any more help, just choose the help option from the pause menu.
So sadly, that wasn't a level. This is the level. So you can see, we actually have to fly over the individual bits of treasure, and we don't get to have our power up that we had in the previous, in the tutorial area. Oh crap! I want to get that butterfly before I get hurt. There we go. Now, of course, because you can't really see what you're doing, you want to be very careful. It's actually a pretty good idea to hold one of the strafing buttons down, just so you can that you don't have to worry about any enemies coming to ambush you. And now you can see Sparx has a health bar at the bottom right of the screen, and that is I don't think I can actually hit that right now because of the shield. The health bar is how you crap. Is of course his damage indicator, and thankfully his damage doesn't fall like it does in the dragon worlds. What his damage will do here is it will. I'm not sure if you can actually take that down. I don't think so. It looks like it's just catching my bullets rather than actually doing anything for it. But really quickly, the key unlocks doors of the same color. I probably should get that one power back there, but I've got this one. Yeah, the health bar it goes down in stages rather than in. He can survive about, I believe it's 6 hits before he dies completely. And of course, if you die, you go back to the last checkpoint that you hit, just like with Spyro. Ah, crap. Too many of them. There we go. This is what I was looking for. And you can see there's crabs that take quite a bit of health to knock out. And this is a shield that will allow you to run through a crowd of enemies without being hurt. And you can see it will allow you to keep your previous power up if you already have one. Crab needs to back off. See, we'll do some crowd control here. see if I push this button. I was gonna say, push this button, the shield should go down, and I can knock out the. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. And I can knock those out. I want to get this key really quickly. I'll go ahead and get this butterfly as well. As you can see, I got a fireball power up that is, I guess it's pretty useful. It helps knock out these boxes fast. So if you need to knock the boxes out fast, then it's okay. But I like to have the green power up. I wonder if I can run. Nope. Take damage. I wasn't sure if I took damage or not. Like that. Now you want to be careful because if you notice the power-ups don't stack. If you have a set number that you can carry, and you can't carry any more than that. So I can only carry 9 fireballs. And if I was to get another fireball, from that other butterfly, I would just be wasting it. So you want to be very careful in a situation like that. Let's see. Well, there we go. I think there's a box of them somewhere around here. But you can just see how strong the fireballs are. Oh, there we go. Well, I wasn't paying attention. Let's see. Now there's always a boss you have to fight that is very, very strong. And so if you have any, I didn't mean to get that butterfly, but if you have any power-ups, this is the time to use them. Now you can see what he does is he will follow you around, so you can actually use the fireballs to your advantage. Oh, well, I wasn't sure what he used for his last hit. Yeah, that should be a dragon egg, and I can get the rest of the treasure here really quickly. You want to be careful because if you go towards that portal, in the level, so you want to make sure that you get all the treasure here first, so that you don't have to play the entire level over again. And that's it, only 200 pieces of treasure. And so, excuse me. So there you go. They of course will increase in difficulty, but they are pretty difficult, by themselves.
Nice work, Sparx. You've beaten the Crawdad King and found the lost egg. Not only that, but some of the dragon magic seems to have rubbed off on you. Now you can pick up gems when they're even further away from Spyro.
So that definitely helps, and that actually makes it worth it to go after all these Sparx, go after these Sparx levels, just because that's how he gains more abilities is through doing that. And finding the probably time attack, so I can find find Hunter, but I don't remember where he is, to be honest. I thought he might have been right over here. Yeah, so you can see that the time doesn't go down once you do it again, so just like with Spyro 2. So you can fly around and look for Hunter, or whoever or whoever you're doing the challenge with. I believe it's always going to be Hunter, though. Let's see. Wish he was a little bit easier to find. It's always nice whenever. Oh crap! Really? Yeah. Well, this didn't say where he was. That's why I'm not sure exactly where he is. He's not over here. Let's see. Not sure exactly where Hunter is, like I just said. He's not up here. He could be in the caves, but I doubt it. I was gonna say that would look like. Oh, there he is. Okay, so never mind.
Whoa! A bunch of sheep and flying saucers just came out of nowhere and started blasting up the race course.
All right, so we will do his challenge here.
Looks like I'll have to hop in my plane and teach him some manners. Look out, sheep. Here I come.
Alright, so circle button to fire, X or square for turbo. So, they should probably... What the?
Whoa! A bunch of sheep and...
Oh, okay. I didn't... So he's just gonna keep saying the same thing over and over again. I didn't expect him to shoot back. That sucks that they shoot back. I was hoping it would be like the sheep from, and they do look like the sheep from Metropolis, but that's what I was hoping they would be like, because they would be a lot easier. I guess you can see what their bullets look like, so it's not quite as difficult as I thought it was. As long as you don't run into it, you should be okay. Surprised they're so hard to shoot down, to be honest. Come on. Ah, really? That stinks. Oh, I'll just have to do this again. It's a shame there's not any like rockets or anything that will actually lock on to these sheep that would make it a little bit easier, because these machine guns are very inaccurate and they don't they're not, obviously they're not hitting them unless you kind of shoot in front of them, and you can't always do that and dodge the. Oh, I guess that's like it's supposed to be simple with the camera. Of course, that's not always easy to do, especially when you're dodging the bullets that they fire. Let's see, where's that last sheep at? Well, there ain't no telling where he could be at. Possibly in one of these caves. I'm not sure now. If you run into the walls, I would expect you would die, but I'm not sure. I would rather not find out right now by clipping my wing or anything, my wings or anything. I don't think running into any of the hazards like the dandelions or anything, I don't think that will knock you down.
Check it out. The squad leader had abducted this egg.
Alright. Excuse me. So that's that challenge done and over with, so now all I have to do is just talk about the none. I want to exit level. So I'll talk about the Sparx level really quickly, the trivia for that, and then I'm going to end the video. So let's see. So we'll do Crawdad Farm. Crawdad Farm is the first Sparx level. An army of crawdads and crabs live here. The mini boss is the Crawdad King. 200 piece treasure, 1 egg. Fodder is just butterflies. Enemies, crawdads, king crawdad, and crabs. no trivia for this particular level. So thank you for watching. The challenge of the video is how many times did I shoot Sparx's bullet thing during that challenge. Thank you for watching. Next time we will begin midday gardens, and we'll try to get as far, do 2 levels here like I always do. So until then, later everyone.